Thunder out west, which are going to give us problems with Shea. Might have to do what we did last time. We might have to put a Men Thompson on Shea, and then just let Donovan Mitchell rock at the point. Yeah, if we could just win 2 more games, that'd be lit. We could have a 60-win season, our first 60-win season in the franchise, and we once again lose to the Thunder because Shea's an MVP. Cameron Boozer's the Rookie of the Year. Carlton Carrington is the Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama is your DPOY. The Cavs get the most improved player. Ja was the most clutch player this time. And Thunder still get Coach of the Year. Damn it. It's supposed to be my year. Screw you, Thunder. They play the Pelicans. We have to play the most clutch player in the first round of the playoffs. Well, I'll be. So, Ja versus a Men Thompson, which is good. We have arguably our best defender. If you don't count OG, we have our quote unquote best defender on their best player, which is good. We have the advantage at shooting guard. We maybe don't have the advantage at small forward. Maybe. I just think Cam Whitmore does a little bit more than Lowry does in the game. Jalen Johnson's a really nice four, but we have Pat Will and Tari Eason, and then we have definitely have the advantage at the five. Hmm. OG is cold. Oof. That's not very helpful. All right, we'll simcast game one. Hopefully, we can make it past the first round when we go all in. Hey, we're doing the opposite of what we usually do. Usually, we suck in the fourth quarter. This time, we won to the fourth quarter. So that's interesting. Last season, we would be like up 20 plus points and still lose games, which was very, very, very depressing. But Donovan Mitchell and Joel Embiid get the job done. Cam Whitmore could have shot a little bit better. Tari Eason, same thing, could have shot a little better. Reed Shepard, oh boy. Yeah, Reed Shepard shot pretty badly. Okay. Give less minutes to Cam Whitmore, give more minutes to OG. Sure. Alright, we'll give that a shot. We'll just adjust our lineup every game. How's that sound? Okay. It's a close. Oh boy. Yeah, oh boy. All right. We did not put ball in basket very well. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna rock an 8-man rotation for this game. Just cause I don't know. Talent wins games. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Hmm. Okay, they may have outscored us, but at least we held our own. That's what's important. Because if we're struggling against Memphis, beating the Thunder is just going to be its own battle. It's going to be a very difficult battle. Yeah, we need to stop being outscored by 20 in the third quarter. That needs to stop happening. Oi, alrighty. I mean, I'll happily play a game 7, but we first have to get to a game 7. That's an important factor here. Come on. This is bad. Oh, this is good. No, what is that fourth quarter? What are you doing to me? And yet again, the team loses in the first round. Well, actually, I don't know why I said yet again. That's usually not been our problem. Our problem's more so been getting outscored in the fourth quarter when we're up by like 20. And of course, the Thunder make it. And of course, the Cavs made it. And of course, damn. Who's on the Cavs in this situation? This dude, Garland, Mobley, Jabari Smith, who didn't even do much. And originally I gave them Jalen Green, I think, in the Donovan Mitchell trade. I don't even know where Jalen Green is at this point. He's somewhere. Well, that sucks. Oh, run it back, right? Run it back, Turbo. Quick off season, very quick off season. Hall of Fame inductees. Durant and Paul George, cool. Don't care. And the Nets get picks 1 and 2. Good for you. Staff re-signing. You know, is it possible that having Ime Adoka is a problem for us? Because we have so many good scorers, we're not really a fundamentally completely defensive-based team. What if we just had offensive-heavy coach? Do we win games? I'm guessing I should offer other coaches because he's going to say no. What other head coaches can we offer? Kevin Ollie. We could re-offer Ime Udoka. I mean, he probably is our best chance at winning games. But we have so many like really good players. Maybe we just need an offensive-heavy coach. Maybe defense isn't really what's working for us. But there's a chance. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But I'm gonna run with that logic for like the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna say we make our head coach. That's crazy that you have all those crazy good badges. And the fact that I could just make you my coach and you just be amazing, it's kind of ridiculous. Willie Green. I'm going to hire Willie Green as my new head coach. If I can. Damn you. I said if I can. I guess the if I can part was short-lived. Kevin Ollie. Do we give Kevin Ollie a head coach job? Frank Vogel's a shot doctor? You know what, Frank Vogel? Come be my coach. How come you're blocking me from a shot doctor? That's wild. Freaking Timberwolves, screw you. James Borrego, you already have a job. I need someone who doesn't have a job to be offered a job. Francis Ewing. I guess I have no choice but to offer Ime Udoka, who's now gone. Offer him? I can't offer anybody. That's annoying. I wonder if that ever happens in real life. If someone's like, hey, yo, can I negotiate a head coaching job with your assistant coach? They're like, ha, no. Well, I wonder if that actually ever happens. Well, this sucks. Venterpool. Mr. Vanterpool. That's just a cool last name. Patrick Aldridge. 7 seconds. Why not? Come be my head coach. Patrick Aldridge is the new head coach of this team. Love to see it. Alright, only goal is going to be to re-sign everybody. I don't care about anything else. Kirk Ellis, you're not even a real guy, but sure, you're a high-flying point guard. That could be fun. Accept the team option on everybody, please. Cool, thank you. Qualifying offer, you all get the qualifying offer. I'm assuming we're losing Scoot Henderson. I'm just going to assume it is what it is. I need to keep Amen Thompson. If I have to lose Cam Whitmore, so be it. But I got to keep Amen Thompson. That, to me, is just like a I need to do it type feeling. So we'll offer Amen Thompson $35 million a year. We'll offer Cam Whitmore. I guess we're only offering him $30 a year. I thought I was gonna offer him more, but I guess not. And then Scoot, we'll offer him $35 a year as well. Get rid of the trade exception rights. Do we actually have the money to bring everybody back, or are you just kind of goading me? Wait, but I have bird rights. You do not have enough room under the hard cap to sign Cam Whitmore. If you have fewer than 14 players, you can sign a player for a league minimum. So why did you re-sign Scoot and not... Alright, well, whatever. So if I want to make the money back for Amen Thompson, I'm just going to trade on Anunoby to get the money back so I can sign Amen Thompson. So whatever team that has money, please take him. I can... J-Dub went to the Sacramento Kings? Huh. Well, that's intriguing. Hold on. What is the trade for you? Vucevic and Anunoby for J-Dubs. Aren't you kind of an undersized 4, though? Probably. Um, we'll send OG to Phoenix for draft picks. Sure, why not? I'm just gonna ask for all your draft picks. I need to get some seconds in this trade. I think OG for a first and a second is kind of a meh trade. Kind of meh. For me to make the hard cap to get a Men Thompson back, I need to get rid of OG, and then I need to get rid of another 17 to 18-ish million. So I need to get rid of Brogdon, and I need to get rid of Vucevic. Then I can re-sign a Men Thompson. Scoot could be the one, that's fine. Donovan Mitchell could be the two. We had Reed Shepard off the bench. That could be like three guys right there. Amen Thompson could play the three, so that'd be four. I guess Endor would be five. Tari Eason would be six. Pat Williams would be seven. Embiid would be eight. And then I guess Mustafa would probably get some minutes, and maybe Xavier Booker would get some minutes as well. You can also offer Patrick Williams in trades as well. We're not sending all these guys to Phoenix. I'm just kind of trying to make up where all the money would go. I think if I did this, though, I would have enough to sign both of them back. Amen Thompson's a little bit more important to me. But ultimately, to get back Amen Thompson, I have to give up these three guys, basically. If any team has like a cheap backup center, that would be splendid. Besides Dick Henderson. I did Kadeem last time. Anything else? Jakob Podol makes about 16 mils. Zach Edey, Donovan Klingham. Is there a way I can still get Anthony Davis at this point? I'm still somewhat interested in a trade for Anthony Davis if possible. Hmm. I understand he's a valuable asset. That doesn't change the fact that I still want to try to get him, though. I think I just need to play my best players and stop worrying about my bench playing so many minutes. I mean, Pat Will could also play the three, by the way. So even if we do give up on Anobi, I don't have to feel bad about it. I think getting back Amen Thompson, he's such a good defender. We need his defense. So I'm going to send OG to Phoenix. I hate having to trade OG, though. I hate it. But if I want to win, I need to make it past the first round. I didn't make it past the first round last year. So, Phoenix, how about you give me a future first and some seconds, and you can have OG. Well, I just needed to make the money. That's why we did that trade. I don't really even care about the picks. Your contract kind of screws me, but I'm stuck with you. So here's the thing. I actually don't mind this young guy playing, even though he's kind of terrible. Reed Shepard could still be the backup guard, like backup one or two. So we can trade Malcolm Brogdon to 11 mil. Go send him to Milwaukee. No. Why would I do that? Listen, I do want the draft picks, but the whole point is to get rid of just the contract of one guy, not both of them. You know what, Mustafa? It was fun. But I'm gonna have to let you go as well. And Vooch, it was fun having you too, but I'm also gonna have to let you go. Just whatever trade gets me the most draft capital. And also the most cap space. I just send him to a team that has like Money. The Wizards have money. Why are you being so hard to deal with if you have money? Why don't you just give me a future first and some seconds and call it a day? Alright, Vooch for a first. I now should have the money to get back at least a Men Thompson. No, stop renouncing rights to my players. Is Cam Whitmore still here? He is. So for me to get Cam Whitmore, I need to get about $28 million. Okie dokie. Hard cap room, $32 million. So in theory, can I just sign him back now? I thought we didn't have the money. Now apparently we have more money. Oh, wow, okay. Alright. And Jabari Smith Jr. is in free agency, so I guess we didn't mess that part up. So we got back Cam Whitmore. We still got Reed Shepard. And we signed Scoot. Okay. So we're bringing the band back together. That's good. That's good. We have a backup 3 in Ander Boateng. We still got Pat Will to play a backup 4, so all we don't have is a backup 5. I think we still have a mid-level exception, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 13 million. Whoever we can get for 13 million, we'll sign them to be our backup center. I mean, Usman Garuba's an option. Brandon Clark is supposedly a good fit for us. Plays good perimeter defense. He's a little bit shorter. A- interior defense. Doesn't have a three-point shot, but he rebounds. Yeah, I could live with Brandon Clark. We could try out Nick Richards again for like the third time. Hey, Xavier Tillman, he's got that championship DNA in him, so he's also an option. But, Ooh, Jalen Johnson would be cool, but he won't take 13 million. Cam Johnson would be interesting, but we still need a center. So, for the money we have, Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm going to try to sign Isaiah Hartenstein. Give him a player option, give him around $9 million a year. Alright, so we signed Isaiah Hartenstein to play backup center. And then we can sign 4 guys to league minimums. Alright, so who are we bringing back to the team on a league minimum? No. Zeke Nnaji. Ooh, but boy, Ben Shepherd's in free agency. Unfortunately, we don't have the money for him. Can only do minimum deals. Craig Porter Jr.'s here. A lot of these guys will just randomly end up signing like league minimum deals for no reason. You are a 0-star fit for the team. That's really funny. Charles Bassey, he was an option. I opted not to take him. We'll take a 1-year deal on Markelle Fultz. I can't believe we lost in the first round to Ja Morant. That kind of stinks. Maybe I'm just trying to play too much depth on the team and not really utilizing my best players. That could be the problem. But it also could be any other combination of problems. Nasir Little, Justice Winslow. We had Justice Winslow once upon a time. Matt Ryan was a pretty cool quarterback one time, so we'll take him. Power forward. Let's see. Jordan Nwora. I'll sign Jordan Nwora. It's a 3-year deal. If he wants to come, he can come if he wants. Oh, I have a 14-man roster now? Sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It would have made more sense to get Markel Fultz than Matt Ryan, but hey, whatever. Uh, uh, okay. So now looking at the team, we now have a completely fresh new coach in Patrick Aldridge. Um, what playbook are we running? Don't you tell me Nets. 89 Piston playbook. Okie dokie. So we're just going to smash the basket with probably a lot of Joel Embiid. We still got Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, Donovan Mitchell, Amen Thompson, Reed Shepard, Pat Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, and then our young backup small forward may or may not get some minutes. I'm perfectly fine with this 9-man rotation and just not playing him, but I'm going to play him for the sake of just not tiring out my starters during the regular season. And when the playoffs come around, we'll play a 9-man rotation. We'll take them out. There's also the idea of if we want, we can move Pat Will to the backup 4, and we could let one of these guys play the backup 4 and move Pat Williams to behind Cam Whitmore. But I think we should let Indoor Boateng play, and we want to make sure Reed Shepard gets his moments of shine as well. And if our team for some reason sucks, which we didn't suck at all last year, we went 16-22, but we lost in the first round to the Grizzlies, and we just lost to the Grizzlies again in the first game of the season. So we'll make the adjustments that we have to try to win. Fortunately, there's no trades for Giannis or AD that like we got earlier in the other parts. So this season should be bubbly. No, Reed Shepard will not get traded. I will give up whoever I have to make sure I get to keep Reed Shepard. I managed to keep Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, and Tari Eason, but Reed Shepard's the ultimate piece I need to build this team around. I could be convinced to move on from Donovan Mitchell. I could be convinced. Because we have so many guards on the team right now, and I'm not convinced that Donovan Mitchell is a clear game changer for us at the moment. So I could be convinced if we run into a problem with that again. We lost to the Thunder. We need to beat the Thunder and or Grizzlies at least once for me to feel confident about this team. Like, yeah, beating the Grizzlies right there is good after we lost to them in the first game of the season. And then the Thunder, I need to see how that goes. Pat Williams at the backup 4 is fine. We are running a very different playbook now. We're running an old Pistons playbook. So I'm not entirely sure how our style is changing that much because of that. Like, are we shying away from threes? Are we feeding it down low to Joel Embiid? I'm not entirely sure about that, so I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. The fact that we're getting close to 500 is a little concerning for this team. Not to say that this team is so unbelievably amazing to other teams, but almost 500 is a little kind of wild. Oh, Joel Embiid's only at 90 now? I thought it was like a 97 at some point. I digress. You're shooting a lot of threes and missing a lot of threes. So is Isaiah Hartenstein. Joel Embiid could be better. What are we doing production-wise? 20 points a game, gets a steal a game, good shooting splits. Okay. Amen Thompson and Reed Shepard do so much more. Yeah, I could be convinced to move on from Donovan Mitchell. I genuinely could be convinced to move on from Donovan Mitchell. Which is unfortunate because I started this whole franchise off with the idea that, oh, Donovan Mitchell would be so good. But Reed Shepard's shooting so well, Scoot's playing well, Amen's playing well. I mean, I know Joel Embiid isn't really doing as much. If there is a trade for Joel Embiid, I will consider it at this point. The same thing for Donovan Mitchell. Jalen Duren, no. Nas Reed, no. Sohan, no. Quickly, no. Bilal Kubali. Huh. Bilal Kubali could be an interesting one. He could play the three next to Cam Whitmore. It's a bonus. Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner could also be an interesting one. Derek White. Okay. What are the Donovan Mitchell trades? We could just get Sengun back. Huh. Alright, in a world where we get Sengun back, right? He's shooting abysmal from three, though, by the way. We could get Brandon Ingram. We could get Jalen Green back and Bryson Tiller. Well, how about them apples, huh? Jalen Green's been a scoring threat, but he's not really helping his team win either. Chris Stapps, we can get Jabari Smith back. Is there a trade for both of them that's kind of cool? No. Tyrese Maxey and Sengun. Tyrese Maxey shooting 50 and 50 is kind of wild. Maybe I do let Amen Thompson play the three, even though he can't shoot the three ball. Maybe I do that. If I moved Amen Thompson to the three or the two, or at this point it doesn't even matter. Amen Thompson can play the two, Scoot can play the one, Reed Shepard can be the six man. I just think that moving on from Donovan Mitchell or Joel Embiid might be a good move. But I would need another dominant center is the problem. And I don't think there's a trade where I get another dominant center. At least from the trades I'm getting, none of them are very good. In terms of like Alperen Sengun is cool and all, but like I wanted AD, but this trade doesn't really make much sense for me to get an older center who's playing worse. Scotty's cool as well, but then I don't have a center, so what's the point? I just think I gotta run it with the team I got and hope for the best at this point. I think at this point I've gone so deep with the team that I've made that I just kind of want them to be good and win at their own rate. So I'm gonna just keep the band together and hope for the best. We are gonna lose some. The older playbook also might be kind of odd because this is a more score at will type of team instead of a defensive team now. What if we played around with the rotations a little bit? Like, what if we made Amen Thompson the three? What if we did this? And you're off the bench, Cam Whitmore's off the bench, Pat Will's off the bench, and then you off the bench. And then, I mean, Reed Shepard can always play backup one. Cam Whitmore being backup two would be kind of odd, but I can play around with this idea. I'm going to try this for a little bit. I'm going to try moving Amen Thompson to the three instead of having him play the point guard. I think the Amen Thompson at point guard experiment was cool for a little bit, but it needs a little change of scenery. But then again, having one of our best wing defenders play point guard because he's already a good playmaker and gets rebounds seemed like a good, smart idea to me. But, I mean, who knows? Ooh, my phone. My phone is ringing. No. Definitely not taking that trade. But thanks, I guess? No. Look, Jordan Poole's a cool guy and all, but no. I got added by a bot on a dating website. That's funny. It's like, what city are you from? I said New Bedford. They're like, no way, me too. It's like, All right, sure. So, all right, so 32 and 20. I like the scene. I like the way of that. The way of that. What does that even mean? I like the way of that? There's a lot of weird sayings nowadays, though. So, I mean, I guess someone could say I like the way of that. I'm gonna just kind of trade some people who aren't good fits on the team. I don't know why he's just content. He should be kind of happy. He's a starting four on a team that's kind of stacked, but I mean, Mr. Matt Ryan, you apparently don't fit the scheme very well. Unfortunately, I am stuck with you. What about Jordan Nwara? Can I trade you two and get something? I'll take a bad player and a pick if that's on the trading board. No? You just want to keep Jordan Nwara? Alright, I'll keep Jordan Nwara. Any other contract negotiations? Joel Embiid's ready to resign. Pat Will's ready to resign. Anything else? Pat Will's taking a relatively team-friendly deal. Taking a 4-year 60. 4-year 60 is good with me for Pat Will. And then Joel Embiid is going to take about a 3-year 120. Well, this would be a 3-year 120. I can't sign him yet. Okay. Well, if I can't re-sign him, do I trade him then? That now brings up that question. Because Joel Embiid is meant to be a more dominant big. He is adding to our plus minus, though. I'm going to just get rid of the guys that are supposedly hurting our team, and I'm just going to keep everyone else. That's my game plan. I will swap a future first-round pick from us because I think we'll be good, and we're not going that far anyway. Kevin Huerter. I mean, Kevin Huerter off the bench couldn't hurt, except for the fact that he could. Jackson Hayes, Stanley Barkley. We could get that point guard back. We could get Mo Bamba. Well, Jaron Stevenson, O.J. Willis. Ooh. You know, that couldn't hurt. -10. How the hell are you on -10? Campaign. Alright, well, upon evaluating our options being relatively bad for what we could get, I'm going to kind of just take this trade. We get a 2-year deal on a point guard who Donald Humphreys, and we got our boy Sandro, former Milwaukee Buck. I'm going to just take it and call it a day. It probably wasn't the best trade on the table, but I don't really care. I think our core is good enough to compete for the championship again, and I think that this should be the year. And if we still can't win, well then, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Because going another year with this team would mean re-signing Reed Shepard again. Maybe I have too many good players that are kind of taken away from each other's minutes, so the team ultimately is playing worse. I don't know if that's a realistic perspective to have, but that could be a problem. Maybe. If we run a 9-man rotation, we take out this guy. But we should play a 10-man rotation. We should just lower some of the minutes. Like Tari Easton's tired. Joel Embiid's tired. Joel Embiid's not even... He's not even playing that great, to be honest with you. And he needs to play less minutes. That's a problem. Yeah, you know, if the Thunder could just not be in the way, then maybe we can make it a bit farther, which would easily be my perspective if we haven't lost to the freaking Grizzlies in the first round last year. Well, this time we beat the Grizzlies. All right. There's hope to be had. There's hope. Do we play better with a shorter rotation? Like if I did like an 8-man rotation, right? Would we, in theory, play better, or would we, in theory, play worse? Now we don't have a backup center. 50-50 so far. No, okay. No, that is much worse. No more 8-man rotations. How about a 9-man rotation? Questionable. Very questionable. Nope, terrible. 10-man rotation? we beat the Thunder one time? No, we couldn't even beat the Thunder once. Terrific. All right, Victor's your MVP. Carson, Barry Carroll. Oh yeah, we did a fake draft. Right, that's not a real person. All right, Josh Giddey's your 6th man of the year. Victor's your DPOY, and Ian Jackson's your most improved. Well, Shaden Sharp has been the clutch player of the year, and Monty Williams the coach of the year. So now Victor's getting great. So now we have to worry about the Spurs, which are the first seed, and the Thunder, which are the second seed. And we're facing off against Utah, which we also lost to in the regular season. Isn't that interesting? Uh, Keontae George, Kyrie Irving, Ron Holland, Paolo Banchero, Jaren Jackson, and that's a very good team too. So that sucks.